Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We're going to start with our top story, which is the Nikki Garcia Artem situation. We've had a bit more detail here. Apparently Artem called 911 himself and then called them back to cancel the request to send someone over. It was Artem who apparently panicked over injuries that the alleged victim sustained. He called at 8:30. He called them back to say, no, we don't need them now. But it's still protocol for the police to respond. And at 9:30, they arrived, they observed the injuries on the alleged victim, and that triggered an automatic arrest. They do go on to say that Dancing with the Stars didn't pick him up for the next season, and that had put him in like a bit of a bad mood. So I don't know if there's any truth to that. We do have this clip, which is a little bit of audio from the dispatch call.
9 Edward 32, 503, 415 verbal. 9 Edward 32, 503. Initially this came in as the RP requesting medical, but now the RP stating he got into an argument with his wife and his wife threw shoes at the RP. There is a child on scene.
9 Edward 32, copy. Any injuries?
Affirms medical's en route. They're staging.
So basically, he got into an argument with his wife. His wife threw shoes. There is a child on scene. It's hard to get info regarding injuries. But certainly if he was panicked enough by the injuries that she had sustained to call the police himself, I mean, it's just horrific. This whole thing is horrific. This is only going to keep on going as more details and information emerge. But that's the latest that we've seen on this. So terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. Right, let's go into the SmackDown folder. We've got so much to get into. Yeah, people asking, what did Kevin say to Cody on SmackDown? I thought it was, remember, you wanted this, right? There's other people that think he said other things, right? That's how I interpreted it for those that didn't or couldn't join us for the watch along earlier. Obviously, this was live in Germany, which meant it was live in the UK much earlier than it was in America. You got a delayed taped version, right? But that's how I interpreted it. We know that Solo is going to be going after the winner of Cody and Kevin. And we also know that the Bloodline are going to be taking on DIY and Street Profits next week on SmackDown. And there was that amazing moment where Solo stopped Jacob from putting the Ula Fala over his neck. Just sort of like, you know, bossing him around. Which, you know, I'm sure this will eventually turn into a betrayal, into a split. I'm sure Jacob will turn on Solo at some point. I think we're a long, long way from that. I mean, I wouldn't expect that until after WrestleMania 41 at the earliest. But little moments like that, you can always use for a video package for when that turn happens and Jacob said he felt disrespected, you know? So that kind of caught my attention on SmackDown. Fightful here just reported it's been 7 years since Kevin Owens won a singles WWE championship. That is a crime, to be honest. Yeah, we got Los Garza. This came out of nowhere. Apparently, people are telling me that this had been rumored like a few weeks ago. Completely passed me by. Completely passed me by. I did not see the rumors of this. So when this popped up, I was like, the hell's this? Los Garza is the new name. I don't mind it. But again, if you didn't see SmackDown, it's worth knowing that there's a new name for what were Los Lotharios. Yeah, then obviously we had the Bash in Berlin kickoff show. There wasn't loads to that. It was pretty standard. Not really much to kind of pull out from it. But I would say the signs were the biggest talking point. Someone had a pot of Nutella on a sign, and it said Randy on it instead of Nutella. Someone else had Drew Fatintire, right, which did tickle me. And then there was another sign that says Punkies are better than Swifties. And it was mentioned by Michael Cole. I guess Punkies really are better than Swifties, so the signs were the most entertaining part. Good crowds, gotta say, very hot. Good crowds. Sportskeeda, just here's a quote from Randy. He said, I took a genetic test. I'm almost 70% German. I have no idea if this is true, by the way. This is what he said. I feel like I am truly home with my people. And tomorrow, I'm going to walk out of this arena 15-time world heavyweight champion. Gunther in the background just looked bemused by what Randy was saying. So I have no idea if there's any truth to this. But yeah, that's wild, man. This is some fun footage. Look at this. This is, I'm guessing, from SmackDown. We've got it tagged as Bash. So let's turn this music down a touch as we just wait for him to get a little closer. Here we go.
Hey, I will be honest though, your mom sucks way better.
Yeah, you still lost. You still lost.
Here's Grayson.
You lost. You lost. My idol.
Look at your head. Who lost in life, brother? You got like 8 followers on here. Not even your mum is watching.
This dude's mom really got it, didn't she? It's Bryn again, said he got cooked twice. And next week, Giovanni Vinci. I don't even remember seeing a Giovanni Vinci vignette. I don't even know if we got this in the UK, to be honest. It may have been cut off by adverts or something, or maybe it was shown and I just missed it. But apparently he debuts next week. Right, that was SmackDown. Let's go all the way down. So here, yeah, this is interesting. WWE think that the new contracts for Swerve and Daniel Garcia are bad for the sport. Apparently they're really high, and it's bad for the sport because it's now a new benchmark for other wrestlers to kind of, you know, pitch themselves against. If you're someone that's on TV a lot and you do more work than Daniel Garcia and he's getting paid twice as much as you, that's going to just push up all of the wages. And that means that there's going to be a lot more spent on wages now. Apparently, Dave Meltzer has said, even with a new TV deal, even if it is a good increase for AEW, they've got to be careful because, like, they've had a lot of losses. This is not a company that makes money. They've got a lot of losses. And so now if they're offering these kinds of contracts, any increase that they see from this new TV deal will be just completely wiped out, and they'll just continue on making losses like they have for the past few years. So yeah, this is really interesting. WWE seemingly not impressed with like these new contract offers that AEW have been handing out, because that's going to put pressure on them. But equally, I can't imagine Tony is thrilled at having to offer such high contract offers to prevent people from going to WWE. So, oh, it's a real messy situation, man, but something worth being aware of. So, WWE Ethan, shout out to you. Here we've got this black shirt. Cena, black shirt. Brand new Cena shirt. The back is way too cluttered for me. But black shirt with Cena. Looks nice. I like this bit. I probably would have gone with a color of some description because of it being Cena. That is, I get it. I understand. But if he wins anything next year, this is immediately out of date. So, I don't know. And I kind of feel like that is really cluttered. So, not a shirt that interests me. But if you are a hardcore Cena fan, I'm sure it's grabbed your attention. Wow. Yeah, okay. I muted them because they really annoyed me, right? This really annoyed me. Bean, shout out to you. So this is Gorilla Position, right? So Nikki Cross talks about creating memorable characters in the Wyatt Six, but she doesn't. I don't know what this is. I don't know what has happened. I don't know why this exists. And it really is blowing my mind that this has not been taken down, to the point where I'm like, nah, screw you, and I've just muted them, right? Because this is footage from 5 years ago. You can find this interview on YouTube from 5 years ago. This is just outright lies. This is fake news. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why they've done this. So, like, they've got an interview with Nikki. They've mixed in footage of the Wyatt Six. And they're implying that she is talking about the Wyatt Six when it's an interview from 5 years ago. 5 years ago, It was 2019. There was no Wyatt 6. I don't even know if that had come into Bray's mind. We were only just introducing the Firefly Funhouse. So, you know, she's talking here about how Triple H has had this idea for 2.5, 3 years. It's like his baby. And it really seems like she's talking about the Wyatt 6, but she isn't. This is so bad. I have never had any bad thing to say about Gorilla Position. I've never had anything. Honestly, they've always struck me as a very professional outfit. I don't get what this is. I don't understand what this is. This is just outright lies. I'm stunned. I'm just stunned. I've called it out on Twitter, which is really not like me. But I've been tagged in this, and people are like, "Oh, this is really interesting." And it's lies. It's not true. It's from 5 years ago. But they've added Wyatt 6 footage, and I don't get it. Honestly, it's so mental. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm going insane. I feel like I'm going insane. But I'm not going insane. You can find the exact interview from 5 years ago. I'm not spending any longer on it. My mind is blown. So Bean, shout out to you. Watson, shout out to you. Sammy said, it feels so illegal to see this photo, yeah. Loads of stars. That looks like Gunther. We got EO over here. We've got, I think that's Drew talking to Triple H down here. We've got Otis. There's Akira Tozawa. I mean, there's loads of stars. This happens at every show, though. This isn't unusual. It's only unusual to see an image of it. So I don't know that WWE will be impressed that this leaked out. It's Raw. It's from a while ago, of course. But even so, you know, crazy that we're getting to see this image, to be honest. So Watson, shout out to you. Tegan Knox, in a new tweet, has expressed her unhappiness at not getting booked in WWE. She said, I can't even get booked on a tattoo show, let alone entered into a speed tournament. So, wow, Tegan not happy with her position in catering. So, there we go. Spartan, shout out to you. Brady, shout out to you. So, here we've got Alexa. She says, I would be pleased to RSVP as pending Moira Rose. Now, I had a quick look, and Moira Rose is a character from the TV show Schitt's Creek, which is a comedy show, right, that aired from 2015 to 2020. Very popular, won loads of awards. And I think she's just doing a bit of a cosplay here. I don't believe this to be a new character. It is liked by Rob Fee, which is pretty fun. I mean, if she was going to bring in a new character, I don't think she would announce it this way. And as we said, Moira Rose, I think she's just doing a bit of like cosplay, you know. So yeah, Rob Fee liked it, lol, says Percy. So I think it's just to do with that, to be honest. Right, okay, we've done WWE, we've done Top Story, we've done Fun. No, we've done SmackDown. Now we can do Fun. And we will wrap things up with this. So here, look, we've got John Cena getting destroyed inside a shredder. That's really fun. Look at that. People have said it reminds them of when I put the Cena figure in the microwave. I think this is better, to be honest. I think this is better. I think it's shorter. I think it's more to the point. I think it's more violent. It's, yeah, look at that. Good, really good. Botched eye surgery, shout out to you. Mitchell, shout out to you. 90s WWE said, this is what Twitter looked like in the 90s. Love that. I think that's so good. Love that. Kian said, look at the way Cody's daughter is looking at Kevin. So Cody put this up 8 hours ago. She does not trust him, man. That is such a good image, considering everything that's happening here. That is such a good image. Love that. Isamar, shout out to you. These must be the laziest cheerleaders in the world. I mean, they literally start this piece sat down. Is this really what's happening with Gen Z? So it's Cody's theme. Let's check it out. Look at this. Laziness. Oh, look, it won't even play it. It won't even play it. It's too, they're way too lazy for my computer to even bother. Here we go. You get the idea. So there we go. That's from like some college football thing. Cody's theme is already a hit, but hearing it played by a HBCU band hits different. Thea said, in 1 week, I've had my Uber driver steal my chicken dumplings, and now my Uber driver just completely drove away from where he was supposed to pick me up, as if the chicken dumpling incident wasn't enough. And then we've got this. I love this. This dude's got shot, and listen to what the worst thing that happened to him was in the week he got shot, right? Let's skip forward a bit.
Recovery.
All things happen for reasons that preclude maybe present understanding, but you deal with the cards that you have dealt you.
And yet, after all this, turns out it's wrestling that really ruined his week.
That's the worst thing that happened to me all week. The Rock beat Punk. Did you know that?
Now, Thomas was referring to WWE superstars The Rock and CM Punk. The two squared off this past weekend, and as you heard, Thomas not too thrilled that The Rock won that match. Now, I tweeted at both of these guys to kind of give them the short story of what happened to Thomas, along with this picture. I mentioned shot in the eye during a robbery. He says the worst part of his week was The Rock beating CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. CM Punk actually tweeted back asking if this story was legitimate and that he wanted to see some footage. I told him it completely was. He just got out of the hospital. We're talking with him tonight, and I plan to tweet back at CM Punk a link to this story. Maybe he'll tweet back some kind words for Thomas as he recovers. I know we certainly wish him the best tonight.
That's crazy, isn't it? The man got shot, and the worst part of his week was The Rock beating CM Punk, which I'm guessing is the Royal Rumble title change. So, oh, God, it's crazy. Crazy. Well, there we go. That was Unseen. I hope you enjoyed it, my friends. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.